Uh, Hold on a second here. Paranoia can be a dangerous thing. I wanted to make sure I didn't do anything I shouldn't. So, what is up? It is Iron Hitty in the old Games Corner Classic Game Roulette. I don't think I meant to put in a save state there. I was trying to do a sound check on this thing.
Level 2.
It is Iron Hitty in the old Games Corner Classic Game Roulette. Time to play Action 52 for the Genesis. And yeah, maybe you haven't have been living under a rock or something, but the thing is, this is one of the more notorious game multiple games in one cartridge sort of deal, you know? So, let us go chronological order now, you know? I don't guarantee if I'm gonna play all of these all the way through, but I will try. And the first game is Bonkers, or Go Bonkers.
Level 1.
Which, needless to say, some games are, in all due respect, a no-brainer. What you can't do is touch the block at the lower left corner, or else you die. I am going to say right off the bat that there is no green thing, so you may have to oh, never mind. That's your default color. Oops! So once all the colored bricks are destroyed, you can get rid of the other ones.
Complete.
The ones remaining.
Level 2.
So, word of advice. Don't touch the fork blocks until you got rid of all the green blocks. Then you're in good hands. Everything's all smooth sailing for you in that retrospective. So, personally, how are you? Oh, never mind. I think I answered my own question right there. Just try not to be me and go the hard path, you know? If it were up to me, though. There we go. So, I guess there is some enjoyment to this in a sense, but I don't know. If you really want something that is close to this kind of amount, but amount of games in one selective game, you're probably better off playing UFO 50. I mean, I am sort of liking that one Ninja Runner game, which, needless to say, seems reminiscent of Sun for the arcade. And, needless to say, that was something that I remember fondly. Uh-oh. I went out of green. Should not have done that. Oh no! Inverted controls? Yeah. When left is right, that's wrong. Okay, fixed. Okay. So, huh. I might have to, do that again when I'm done with this. But, before starting the stream, I had, Windows Defender do a, quick scan because it was required that I do that. That's all you need to know. That was weird. Wait a minute. The controls are inverted again. And furthermore, do I really need to keep playing this?
Level 3.
No, I don't. So if you hit the, I think, C on the controller, it makes you go back. So, here's Dark Sign, which seems to be reminiscent of, asteroids. Or Solar Jetman for the NES. Wow,
Level 1.
we got another shit game on our hands.
Level 1.
Yeah, we don't need to sit for that one. Okay, number 3. Dino Tennis. And one of several games where it is automatically 2 players. Why did they have it like that? I don't know. But we can see this as a quick pass, because how am I supposed to know it was a 2-player only game? But that's just rather boring, don't you think? Alright, here's game number 4. Ooze.
Level 1.
Oops. Okay. Here's something to know about these sorts of games. You gotta worry about fucking fall damage, you know? Okay, the hell with this game. Yeah. Some of these are enough to frustrate me to the point where I'm like, screw it! Going on to the next one. So, number 5. Starball, which is really just glorified pinball. Okay. I gotta say though, a fun game, a fun pinball game, this is not. If you want a top quality pinball game from this era, try Crew Ball. Or
Level 1.
any Game Boy pinball game that I can think of. Or Alien Crush or Devil's Crush. Anything but this! Even Sonic Spinball. Just don't play the Game Gear version. I hear that one's terrible. I'll let you in on a secret though. I at one point owned a Tiger Electronics handheld Sonic Spinball. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I owned a Sonic Spinball
Level 1.
Tiger handheld game. So, Sidewinder is our next one.
Level 1.
So this is a straight up Afterburner ripoff. Give me 1 second here. I can't have these jobbers come in and mess up things. There we go. I don't want that in my stream. It don't look like you're shooting anything. They just have to be in your range for them to be shut down by you. Daytona, which is nothing on all like the proper series we know from Sega. You know, in those Daytona USA games? No, this is nothing like that.
Level 1.
Did you know there was a Super Nintendo version of this in the works? Of course, that got cancelled, but I looked this shit up on Wikipedia. So I'm obviously not gonna be able to win, but I should note that this game's also chock full of seizures. How unfortunate. Well, this game's boring as fuck. Let's get up to a 15 puzzle.
Level 1.
Oh, joy. A slider puzzle. They're the last thing anybody wants in a video game. A slider puzzle. So, hard pass. Alright, number 9. Sketch. Which, needless to say, I guess this is an art program. Well, this is definitely not Mario Paint. Hold on, let me try something. Not to be a bit of a bad artist, but this is my best person here. Next. Yeah, that's not even a game. It's just a lousy art program.
Level 1.
Alright, here's Star Duel, which looks like we got another 2-player game. I can't even attack him. Okay, now I can. That's lame. Alright, here's Haunted Hill. Did we just clear the first row that quickly? Huh. Maybe this won't be so long as I thought. This is Haunted Hills. Which, needless to say, don't expect any smooth platforming because this is clearly intended to be bottom of the barrel gutter trash. So I will try to give these games a fair shake. I'm not the kind of person who has the patience of a fucking saint. So, fuck it. Oh. Number 12. Alfredo.
Level 1.
Which, needless to say, you're a chef in this one. Yeah, I guess there are certain things you can take and certain things you can't. Like peppers for some reason. And, hot dogs. Or sausages, I don't know. Well, we got another boring one here. Next. Oh no, Cheetah Men. Alright, here's the TLDR. Alright. The original Action 52 had Cheetah Men as the last one and the one game at the end, right? Game 52, that's Cheetah Men. And then there was a standalone sequel, if you could believe that. So here's the Genesis version. How bad could it be? How bad could it be? Well, take a look. I mean, it's definitely not a better platformer than any of the ones I played for sure. So far, that's for sure. I mean, jank-ass combat and controls. What else could you ask for? And don't even get me started on the fall damage. Next. Okay, so this is Skirmish. Oh. Another two-player game, who would have guessed? Only this I can't seem to go back, so yeah. I don't think I meant to do that. Here's Depth Charge.
One.
Well, all I can say about this is basically one of those Atari 2600 games, but in 16-bit glory, I guess. I played a dozen of those, but this is just not very special. At least in the Atari 2600 games, you could play every now and then, but this is pretty much just the same thing, but without the replayability, so to speak. Alright, Mind's Eye. Here we go. Well, if Minesweeper wasn't enough, Here's the watered down 16-bit version. Well, at least this I can play. I gotta watch out for any spots on the board in the... You can easily play through this through trial and error. Also, you ever play Picross games before? They're basically in the same thing, I guess. So, there's not a whole lot to this. You just gotta go through this, through, like I said, trial and error. Not that I wanted to save scum my way through this. I just wanted to, for the sake of consideration, get through a level. Which, I'm through it.
Level complete. Level 2.
Oh look! A baseball diamond! Or it could be any diamond shape, really. I just thought I'd call it a baseball diamond. Alright, that's enough out of that one. I just thought I'd clear a level for once. Alright, here's Alien Attack. Oh yeah. How original. All you gotta do is keep the screen moving and they won't hit you. Well, 9 times out of 10 anyway. Yeah. Case in point.
Level complete. Level 2.
But, yeah, I don't mind easy games just so long as they're fun, but this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a lot of time on my hands to play something like this. I mean, anyone could, but I gotta, let me count how many games so far. +40 games left to go through. Alright, here's Billy Bob.
Level 1.
So, what we got here is a gallery shooter here, and, well... Again... Screen flashing... I don't know, man. The cursor is just slow. So this isn't the kind of game that would be considered easy to play, you know? But I got through the level. That's enough out of that. The third row, yeah, here's sharks.
Level 1.
I also have to stress, this is one of those game compilations that is practically full of games you would expect from one of those cheap plug-and-play systems, right? You know, the ones that offer a bunch of multiple original, yeah, I put original in quotes because they seem to rip off something, right? Or they don't offer the kind of entertainment value you were expecting. Yeah, I own one of those consoles, in fact. If they're at least... Yeah, they're either plug and play or a cheap Asian handheld device that requires, what, AAA batteries? Yeah. This is basically what it's like. But on an official game console. That's what it reminds me of. So yeah, if you played any of what I just talked about, this is nothing new to you. So, time to move on to the next one here. Here's Knockout. Which... it's just a boxing game with, again, automatic two-player game here. Also, why do the boxers jump high? That's not realistic. They're not supposed to jump 50 feet high or whatever. I know I'm over-exaggerating, but that is just unrealistic. So, game 21. Intruder. Can't say I expected much, but you just seem to die way too easily in these games. Next is Echo.
Level 1.
Hey, you ever play those Simon Says toys back in the day? All this is glorified Simon Says. Okay, so that clearly wasn't it, and I don't care. So let's go on to a freeway. And by freeway,
1.
it's literally the Atari 2600 game called Freeway. They didn't even change the title, didn't they? Needless to say, instead of a chicken, you're a dog in this case, yeah? It's like the funniest joke in the book, right? Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, how about this? Why did the dog cross the road? And you'd get the same fucking answer, yeah? So, that's brutal. The dog doesn't just get run over. It's mutilated in the, yeah, the dog doesn't just get run over. Its pieces are scattered. What? Did the truck destroy its bones as well? That's vulgar. Alright, here's Mousetrap.
Level 1.
Which, needless to say, I think you might have better entertainment playing the board game over this. Which,
Level
really though, there's not a whole lot of challenge to this one, as far as I'm concerned. All you gotta do is grab all the cheese and you win!
Level 3.
And the cats aren't all that difficult to avoid either, yeah?
Level 4.
Huh. If there's gonna even be a game I'd at least beat here, it's gonna be this one.
Level 5.
Which,
Complete. Level 6.
I suppose you what? Stop at 9, I think?
Level complete.
Not that I know, and
Level
wouldn't you know? But all that really happens is that the cats are slightly faster each and every time,
8.
and there's more cheese to grab, which you're still gonna grab them all anyway. So
Level
I
complete.
guess we're at the end.
Level 9. Level complete.
Well, I beat it. Not that I had to, but I beat it. Alright, game 25. Ninja. I can tell you one thing. This is no Ninja Gaiden. Again, I don't think they're supposed to jump that high. The realism in these games make no sense.
Complete. Level 2.
So, we just made it to the next level. Honestly, I don't care if I see more of the game. It's none of my business.
Level 1.
So, here's Slalom, which is nothing like the NES Slalom. It's more like a poor man's version of Ski Free for your Windows 95 computers. Remember that old game? The one infamous for that damn Yeti? Only this time I don't think you have a Yeti coming after you. So, I think we can just end this one. So, what we got next, huh? We got Dauntless. Number 27. Well, we got a shooter here. But, I don't know. I think I'd rather play UN Squadron than something like this. I don't know what killed me. Okay, Force 1.
Level.
Well, what we got here is just some space shooter. Which, needless to say, this isn't anything to write home about, okay? Huh. Thought that was gonna go after me. Oh, it just kills you! You can't even kill it, but it just kills you. What's the point? Well, I mean, even something jank ass like that beer shooter for the DOS, the last ICOF, even in that
Level 1.
had more entertainment than what I just played through. Alright, this is Spidey, which, needless to say, how dare this show any association to Spider-Man? This is definitely not that kind of Spidey you're thinking. So yeah, that's enough of that. Next up, Appleseed.
Level 1.
So here you're just some farmer catching fallen apples. But you want to get the red apples and not the green apples. I guess what happens is that old McDonald just gets all cranky or something. I thought you were supposed to raise chickens, not catch falling apples.
Level 1.
Alright, 31. Skater. Again, unrealistic jumping physics. Because why the hell not? A lot of these games, I seem to find myself dying on purpose because I just want them to end that quickly. Because I don't even care at this point. 32. Sunday Drive. Which, I don't know why, but, the signs must be glitched or something. And it repeats for infinitum. What it's supposed to say is a Segaville next exit, or exit right. Alright, we don't need to see any more of this. Wait, we beat the level? Good for me, because I can just skip the rest of the game for all I care. Alright,
Level 1.
33. Star Evil. That's Star Evil.
Level 1.
Alright, 34. Air Command. Oh yeah, that's original. Instead of scrolling downward on a top-down shooter. Wait, yeah, no. Instead of scrolling upward, like, I don't know, every top-down shooter, you're going downward.
Level complete.
Huh. That ended rather quickly. 35 Shootout.
Level 1.
Oh look, another gallery shooter. Which, this doesn't really offer a whole lot, right? There's just one problem. You're not gonna guarantee they get every little thing. So, in 36, here's Bombs Away. And, yup. Yeah. Unrealistic jumping, check. Easy as hell, difficulty, check. Seriously, you're just gonna keep running and dodging this shit. What else could you ask for? Alright, 37. And we're already close to the end of this, right?
Level 1.
Speedboat. Wait. You just gotta dodge stuff, I guess, on the speedboat. There's really not a whole lot to it. So, yeah. Alright, 38. Dead Ant. Or Dead Ant. Like the Pink Panther. Dead Ant, Dead Ant.
Level 1.
Yeah. I've heard that a lot. So, I guess it's a poor man's version of centipede or millipede, and unkillable insects here, which, for the love of God, why have in there? They're just gonna be in your way. So, that's enough of that. Number 37, G-Fighter.
1.
Yep, it's definitely trying to be something like Gradius without the entertainment value. Next. $40. Man-at-Arms. Okay, what just happened? Oh, yeah. I didn't see that guy there. Yeah, this is your textbook example of a tower defense game. Except, you're the only infantry fending off enemy soldiers. That's all there is to it. So yeah, that was Man-at-Arms. Game 41. Norman.
Level
Which,
1.
needless to say, there was a familiar tank game on the NES version of this, and that one had indestructible tanks. Here, all that happens if you touch anything, and I mean anything, guess what happens? Your tank blows the fuck up. So yeah, that's pretty much Norman in a nutshell right there. 42.
Level 1.
Armor Battle, which is a 2-player version of the game I just played. Oh, Yeah. Game 43. Magic Bean.
1.
Which... This is just Jack and the Beanstalk, and let me tell you, Jack never had to dodge all this shit coming at him in the fairy tale, right? In the story. I feel as though this wants to cram in a whole lot of ideas and not make them enjoyable at the slightest. I mean, your only replayability is 1 to 5 minutes at best. So I'm sorry if I'm going at these games at a quick pace, but there's not a whole lot of time on my hands anyway. I'm just trying to play this stuff briefly, that's all. So, what game is this called? Apache? Yeah. Tiger Hilly, this is not. And you know, this is the same thing we've seen thus far. Nothing's changed. Next. Okay, the last column. Let's go with Sky Avenger, which is game 46, yeah? Yeah. Instead of going right, you're going left. How original. So I can see how that is gonna be a consideration to put my foot down, because it doesn't give me a lot to but yeah, my expectations weren't very high going into this collection. It's just, I figured I might as well play it for the hell of it, you know? This game is Sharpshooter, by the way. And you know, the music isn't all that good either, right? I mean, this is just ear rape central here. I'm sorry. Alright, can we stop this? That kind of music could give anyone a headache, and I'm not impervious to that shit, no I'm not.
Level 1.
So, yeah. This is Meteor. With all due respect, it's just another bland shooter. Alright, here's Black Hole.
Level 1.
And we only got a handful left of games left to look at, so, hey, we're near the end of the rope here. $50. The boss. Did we look at this yet?
Level.
Oh yeah, no I haven't, right? This is Paratrooper. Oops! It wasn't much to look at anyway. So yeah, number 50, the boss.
Level 1.
Which, you're pretty much a lizard in a business suit. Yeah, that's all there really is to it. And number 51, first game. As in,
Level 1.
fucking Pong!
Level 2.
As for the last game, it's not even a game at all. It's the challenge. So, I don't think we need to look at that. Music demo, randomizer, which
Level 1.
just selects a random game for you, and nope. We've already played the Mousetrap game, so huh. And there you have it. Action 52 for the Genesis in a nutshell. Not that I expected too much, and it at least did its job. And yeah, one could look back at the NES version for its unstable, broken down mess of games to play there, but hey, at least those feel a little bit more fun. The games here just feel boring. Kind of like those bootleg handhelds and the plug and play crap you see everywhere in the market, yeah? Or at least used to. I don't know if they still sell those. So, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna be spending a few days of arcade mix streams, at least until my queue gets cleared. In the meantime, let me find a raid target, and I believe I know just the one, because I ain't got anyone else to go after today. I mean, I could raid that other person, but, I just did that, Saturday, so, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. So, yeah. I've been Iron Henny, and I'll see you for day 1 of, arcade mix for the time being. Yeah. I've been Iron Henny, and I'll see you compadres then. Keep on kicking now, compadres.